Hi, and welcome back to our video review series. We're here with my friend Aaron. Welcome, Aaron.
Hey, Zach, great to be here.
Yeah, we're reviewing my friend Greg Babikoff. He's here on the Wind River, and the Wind River is a great testing ground. This is a great place to like get good at Class 4 and kind of move into Class 5. And it's close to my house, so I get to run this section a lot. And it's just a really fun section to row. It's just right at the limits of challenge for rowing, and Greg gets out there and practices a lot. And where
Sweet.
we're at now, yeah, we did this. You and I did this section together, Aaron, a
hmm
couple years ago at the race, and we're heading into the first big rapid. This is called initiation, and it's a long technical move. And and the other thing to note is Greg is using these edge oars. These oars were designed by a fly fishing company, I believe, and they're really good at carbon fiber. They're incredibly light. I mean, you can hold them up with one finger, and they theoretically are strong, but it turns out they're not super strong.
So what's he's got the bungee on his? Is that what he's got there going below his oar to the tower?
Yep, that's the bungee we've been talking about. The one
hmm
that I think that's the Mad Catter one. So if the oar pops out, it kind of pulls it back into place.
hmm
So if you use, if you want to hold on to your oars for stability, the oar just doesn't. If you're using spinnies, and these aren't even spinnies. Well, they're spinnies, but these are I forget what they're called. They have like a unique system
It looks like on
that
the bottom or something like that. Yeah,
they
what's the deal
go
with it?
they go through a sheath that's like held together by those two metal pieces. I forget the name of it. We'll put it in the comments section, or somebody can comment about it. But it's a really
Hmm.
unique oar system that people like. But they do spin, so they're like spinnies. I think you can lock them in somehow too.
So one quick question on this. Let's say you are on a trip and you break your oars. Can you borrow your friend's oars and run your friend's normal
You
oars in that
can't.
system? You
No,
can't. So
no.
that's not that. So that's a huge disadvantage. Is like your oar
Yeah.
system's totally different. And if your
I mean, the
friends
same.
need to borrow an oar, you're like, sorry, man, you can't borrow an oar. So
Yeah,
yeah.
same thing with pins and clips of a Zorlock. But this is even more eccentric. Like nobody on this entire trip is probably using the same setup. So you are limiting yourself to your spare oar, and you can't help a friend, which is a good point. But
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool system. I mean, I've used it before. I've tried it out. It's pretty cool.
What's so great
Um,
about it?
it pivots really smoothly in there.
Hmm.
It's really really smooth. The whole operation of it, way
And
more smooth than Orlocks.
is that part of the
No
edge
play.
system or is that separate from the edge system?
It's all combined. You can't. I don't think they make edge oars that don't use the system.
And you can't buy that system without the edge oar.
I believe so, and maybe
Okay.
somebody can comment who knows better. But it's a kind of all integrated together. I mean, that oar
hmm
fits perfectly in that sleeve, and so it
Hmm.
just really nicely moves up and down that sleeve. Whereas an Orlock, the oar is moving around a bit. There's give
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
normal Orlock. There's no give here, and it's in a sheath, so it doesn't really pop out.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool. It's interesting.
yeah,
So
way more efficient because all that lost wasted energy there. Oh
yeah, it
yeah.
is incredibly efficient, and these oars are light and they're very stiff, so it's a very
Hmm.
efficient system. But right
Oh,
around here somewhere, he breaks the left oar, and you can tell probably didn't do much. But we'll see here. He notices he's broken his left oar. He just went through the entrance of initiation, and there's a lot more rapid down below.
there he is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
Wait,
while
where did he
we're
break it? What did he do to break it,
That's the
man?
thing. I mean, that's the thing. Carbon fiber. If Aaron and I both studied engineering in college, and so carbon fiber, you could have broken it on the drive to. You could have just put a small crack in it on a
Yeah, that's a
drive
good point.
3 days ago, or the way you stored it, and then when you're on the river, that small crack, it barely hits something and breaks. So, on a really thin-walled carbon fiber ore, he maybe didn't break it here. He broke it somewhere else, but didn't. That crack propagated with a small hit.
Yeah,
And
good point.
I just want to point out here the boat spacing is great. That cat boat behind him, it's well positioned. That
hmm
raft in front of him. These guys boat, they're strong boaters and they have good boat position. Okay, first
I
of
no,
all, that was
I don't know about
see
that.
that? I love that move. Hold on. It's
Yeah.
look at this. I mean his quick
Just
thinking and casualness is
just
so
chuck the
awesome.
oar, just chuck the oar, just litter, like
I
leave
mean
no trace. Come on, Zach.
he littered. He definitely littered. He did not follow leave no trace principles. I mean, he doesn't have an option here. He can't just like take a
He could
second
have
and like tie the oar on.
he could have stuffed it in that little hole by his right foot and just like
I
left it
think
there.
I mean, this is a debate. Should I take care of my personal safety first, or follow leave no trace principles. I think the quick reaction that
Are
he
you
had,
saying that lives are more important than leave no trace, Zach? Are we going down that road?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying it's
I,
just
I, I can handle that. That's a good point. Yeah,
I'm
I'll
just
take
saying
that
it's
point. Yeah.
maybe something we should discuss later. I don't know. I think yes. I think that lives are more than important than leave no trace. And if I remember right, Greg did get the ore later.
Oh, did he? Oh, well,
Yeah,
nice work. Okay,
yeah.
then.
He can respond and whether he did or not. And so anyway, he has to now. He has one ore, and Aaron, I've rode with just one ore before. What's it like to row with just one ore?
Um, yeah, it depends on the rapid. I mean, you can do pretty well with tracking and just lining up and hitting stuff straight. Well, you can get down. You can get down a river. I mean, it's most annoying is like getting through flat water and getting eddied out. Which, if
Yeah.
you're with one oar and you have another oar on your side, you'd be psyched to get eddied out. So I think you can do pretty well with just one. And there's not a reason at this point to panic. Not a reason to get rushed. It's just like, okay, make sure I hit stuff at the right angle and like
Mm-hmm.
I just high side and over stuff if you have to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, take your time. Yeah. How
I
about
mean, the
you?
downside of when you only have one oar, all you can do is spin the boat. You can't
Yeah.
build momentum. You're
Hmm.
at the speed of the water now, so you can't make real maneuvers, but you can hit things straight.
Yeah.
Which is it's kind of nerve wracking. I don't like one with one oar very much, but
Well, yeah.
he has presence of mind here to hit these things straight, which, like you said, and then
Yeah. That was
this is
nice. Yeah.
amazing presence right here.
And he's got it well set up to easily. He didn't have to undo 2 straps to do it. Maybe he just unclipped 1 strap back there. It looked like whatever system he had, it was really easy to get to.
Yep.
And that's something that'd be fun to go into a little more detail at some point. Is like having your spare oar accessible is huge, and it's clearly he's got it set up to grab it quickly, and it looked like it was really secure beforehand. Like it wasn't gonna like come out on him at some inopportune time, like we've all seen where you lose half your spare oar and it comes spinning out on you or doing
Mm-hmm.
something weird in a rapid. So
Yeah, I mean, this is the fastest reaction time I have ever seen for putting a spare oar back on. Honestly, like he had whatever system he has on there to pull it off. I usually use 2 cam straps. I have to undo both cam straps.
Oh,
He's
really?
whatever he's. I mean, yeah, whatever he's doing, he's ready to rock here.
What I like to do is like have the front one where it just slides underneath, and then the back cam strap, just wrap it around like the bar of the frame a bunch until you just have a short tail that goes around the oar once, and then you have the cam strap on top so you can grab it with one hand, pull it off, and then just slide it out and you're good to go. And then you don't worry about losing your cam strap because it's wrapped around the bar a bunch of times.
Yep. I have done that. I haven't broken an oar in a long time. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Knock on wood. I haven't broken an oar in a long time, so it's not on top of my mind right now. But I think using these carbon fiber kind of thin oars, I would definitely have it set up so you can quickly get to them, because I would imagine you'd probably be breaking these things more often than not. But he gets it right into that system, and man, he is ready to go. That is incredibly impressive.
Totally. And I'll say, don't you feel like you usually break an oar at an inopportune time like that, like at the beginning of a rapid? It's not like you break it in the flat water. You break it sometimes. You're pulling hard at the top of a rapid, and all of a sudden it snaps or something like that, or you catch it in an entrance, and yeah, I mean,
it rarely breaks in a good spot. You have to you usually make a quick reaction.
So when he's rowing, it looks like his feet are pretty high, and he's kind of like sitting almost like in a sports car, like sitting back, like. Oh, he's stuck on a rock there. Okay.
And let's go back to talk about that. I mean, this frame is Greg's design. Greg's a welder, so he made this frame himself. This is his design. This is the typical like Wind River tunnel design where there's a big open spot below where you can do what we call pontooning rocks, which is going over rocks if you need to.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I think sort of the new style of cap boating, and you learned on like the slant boards on like the Foodalafu and the Tuolumne, big safety cat slant boards. But I think for cap boats, people are sitting a little bit high in seats and their feet are out in front of them. And sometimes there's little things you can hook your toes into that aren't an entrapment, but they allow you to stay stable with your feet. But this position, you can actually push pretty hard with your legs if you need to. So I like it.
You can still drive it forward pretty hard. Like pulling, it seems like you could pull like crazy hard with the way you're set up. But pushing looks harder because your feet are so high up there.
It really helps to have your feet in your toes in a little stirrup. You can see Greg's toe is not. He may have that little bar across it is kind of a stirrup. This maybe, I don't know what his frame is like, but mine has a little place I can put my toes. and then I can like push back my toes when I'm pushing, and it helps get a lot of power. And you'll see he does a bit of pushing here. He turns it around and pushes this move, and
Yeah,
he's able to get
yeah, he
decent
looks. I
power.
mean, he looks. Yeah, but maybe maybe he's just big and strong too. I'm pretty weak, so I need like every little ounce of
You
help I
always
can
say that.
get.
And again, Greg gets stuck here. We keep bringing this up that as great boaters, we're all allowed to make mistakes. We can get stuck. It's kind of how we handle it. I think if I was to give him any criticism here, I think I would have looked back. I don't think he did that after he got stuck. I would look back and check the boat behind me. I'm stable right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would look upstream to see where that next boat is, so I don't get accidentally rammed into.
Yeah,
You
or
know,
you're
not being
like
such a rush.
maybe they'll come back and clip his oar or something like that. Maybe he
Yeah,
does notice it too, but yeah, like if the other guy comes by and then nails his oar and he gets thrown around. He's doing a great job though, just moving around a little bit, not being too aggressive.
yep,
Yeah,
yep. Taking his time.
that frame looks really solid. Like it looks easy to move around on. I like that
Oh,
frame
those
design.
frames are sweet. I want one so bad. They're so cool. It just looks cool too. It looks like a fighter jet.
It does. Is it aluminum?
I believe so. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
I mean, if Tom Cruise had a frame, it would be that frame. I'm serious. It looks like an F-14 about to fly off.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's initiation on the wind. And I mean, I can't give Greg enough props for that run. Like, he broke an oar, he handled it well.
yeah.
He got stuck, he took his time, got it off intelligently. Like, that's just a great example of boating right there. And after talking to Greg, he's moved on to use Sawyer oars, which is what I'd recommend here as a stronger stiff oar.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, nice runs.
Yep. So if any of you, Greg sent us this footage to do a video review of. If anybody else out there has footage you want us to review, like we've been digging this, please send it on. Some footage, like this is really cool footage for us to review. There's a lot of cool things to see. Some if it's flat water or something easy, we may be less likely to review it. But we'd love to do
Yeah.
more of these, so please send them along.
Yeah, definitely. And especially when it's really nice the ones where you can like see the raft and what the raft's doing as they're going through. You know what I mean? Like this one where we can see him rowing and how he's approaching it. Yeah,
Yep.
this is nice footage.
Yeah, it's GoPros on a stick are amazing these days. Oh, that could be my new business. Building GoPros on a stick. Okay, all right.
You guys, thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
Video review followers. GoPros on a stick are coming.